Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all of the churches and greetings to all of you. First, let me introduce myself. My name is NAZHWA ZAVIRA. I am a student at DAHLAN University, Indonesia. Today, I would like to tell you a story about a lake that came from the tears of a girl who cried lamenting the fate that befell her lover. This is the origin of Telaga Biru from North Maluku Province, Indonesia. Once upon a time, in North Halmahera, there was a village called NAZHWA. In NAZHWA village, there lived a handsome young man named Magohiduru and a beautiful girl named NAZHWA who were lovers. Magohiduru had intended to propose to NAZHWA, but he realized that he lived a difficult life and he needed to work before marrying her. As a result, he decided to go overseas until he succeeded before proposing to her. His wish was then conveyed to the woman he loved after he received the blessings of his parents. "There is something I want to tell you," said Magohiduru. "What is it?" asked NAZHWA. "I want to go overseas to look for provisions for our future. Once successful, I will immediately propose to you. You're willing to wait for me, right?" NAZHWA was stunned, but she understood her lover's wishes. Even though she was sad, she allowed her lover to go overseas. "If you really want to go, go. I will faithfully wait for you to come back," said NAZHWA. Magohiduru was happy to get permission from his lover. Moreover, he also heard NAZHWA's promise of loyalty, which had confidence in his heart. "I also promise to come back soon. May God grant our vow to be together for life and death," said Magohiduru. Magohiduru then boarded a ship and he sailed to another country. He had left the village where his parents and his lover lived for a year. NAZHWA herself was anxiously waiting for her lover. One day, while waiting at the dock, NAZHWA saw a ship docked. She scanned all of the passengers who got off, hoping that one of them could be her lover Magohiduru. However, the person she was looking for did not even appear. NAZHWA then approached the ship and asked one of the crew members, "Excuse me, sir, do you know Magohiduru? If I remember correctly, he boarded the ship to go overseas. Are there any news about him?" "Oh, Magohiduru? Yes, I know about that poor young man," answered the crew member. "What do you mean by that? What happened to him?" NAZHWA became even more panicked and confused after hearing the answer of the crew member. The crew said that Magohiduru had died overseas. The cause of his death was an accident while he was working. NAZHWA, who was stunned by the news, felt helpless. Gone were her hopes and dreams of being with her beloved lover. In a sad and confused state, NAZHWA staggered back to her house. However, before that, she went to the banyan tree and sat on a rock under it to mourn her fate. It is said that she cried for 3 days and 3 nights because her lover left her forever. Her tears flowed freely, and over time, they pooled until they drowned her on the rock where she sat. Not long after, a small lake was formed in that place, whose water was as clear as the tears and was as blue as the sky. A few days after the incident, a resident passed by looking for firewood. How surprised he was when he saw a small lake with very clear water. In fact, previously there was only rocks there. Without thinking, the person immediately told the residents of Lisawa village the whereabouts of the lake. The residents were in an uproar of surprise and gratitude, considering that all this time they had great difficulty in getting clean water. They flocked to the lake in question. On the edge of the lake, one of the residents who was considered an elder in the village asked, "Do you know where this lake comes from?" The person who discovered the lake answered, "We don't know. This lake was here when I passed by this place, even though I wasn't there 3 days before." Seeing the lake suddenly appear, the residents thought it might be related to the bad luck they might experience. "Sir, do you think something bad will happen in our village?" one of the residents asked. Now wanting the residents to think of bad things, the elder and several residents returned to the village. They gathered every resident in the village, from children to elderly, to tell them what had really happened. "My residents, please note that an incident had occurred in our village. There is a lake that suddenly appeared in the edge of the village. We need to do a traditional ceremony to reveal the mystery of the lake's appearance," said the elder. Immediately after the announcement, the residents worked together to prepare everything needed for the ceremony. They will summon the spirit of their ancestors and ask God for guidance. While the ceremony was taking place, a voice was heard, which was thought to be a whisper from the ancestor, saying, "Timbul dari sini nga irogi de itepi, sidago kongo dahulu de iuhi, imadadi ak majuwu," which, if translated, means, "Arise from a broken heart that is shattered, sheds tears, and flows into a spring." After receiving the whisper, the elder then rang the dolodolo. Witnessed by the residents, the elder explained, "Residents of Risawa village, know that the lake appeared because of the tears of a heartbroken girl who had lost her lover." Knowing the fact, everyone fell silent. They wondered who the couple in question might be. Then, the elder asked again, "Is it possible that any of you have family members who are currently not in the village?" Immediately, Maguhiduru's father raised his hand and said that his son is not in the village because he had gone overseas a year ago. At the same time, Majudaru's father also said that his daughter had not returned home for more than 3 days. The fathers of the young woman and man also said that their son and daughter were lovers. From the confessions of the fathers, the elder concluded that something had happened between the lovers. Then, after investigating, they found out that Maguhiduru had died overseas, and Majudaru cried because of the loss and died too. So, what do you think? It is a very tragic story, isn't it? From the story, we can also learn that promising to be faithful for life and death does not mean you need to sacrifice your life after your lover died. It will be better for you to stay alive and pray for your lover to be on the good side of God. Well, that is all from me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.